Mabu jingiwala bugulbe.
Mabu.
Nyano.
Yoo-hoo.
Palya. Jingaru.
Palya.
Hey. So, woo. I'm looking good. Put on a bit of weight. I'm feeling good. It's great to be off the ground again and feeling good about life and feeling happy and that, that we made it through and we started that from the voice in Parliament to activating the real voice of the land, the ancient voice and the ancient flame and the voice of the people, the law of the land.
Yeah.
And I remember my good sister here, old kangaroo mother, the archangel of the land, flying kangaroo, Burmagaya, from the Darugul mob and the UN, and you'll share a little bit more, Tid. And Hanway here, Jakosulu, with all the mob rising up in Africa and Natal, birthplace, and yeah, just she's just not like a white woman, that's just her undercover brother face, but she proper black, so she's Shakasulu, but really beautiful mama, and always been graced by her nurturing care and healing ways, and just the support and service for all of us as we're moving through. So yeah, it's been a big journey, and I've activated the rise and sovereignty on the ground with the people. Back in Biggle Bay, where I started when I'd called the Prime Minister and Cabinet in 2004, the whole of government on the ground, and that exercise been done, and know the rules in order to break them, but thou shalt not break the only law. Thou shalt not harm, I shall not place harm on myself, I shall not place harm on you and my beautiful family here and all our families right across the earth star under the golden sun, Granny Pakioi, the yoke, the spirit of the sun, the goddess, head of the family tree. So yeah, 5 months Saiburu since that activation, and I just said I got it all happening on the ground, and met it there and delivered everything on the ground, as I said, because like Grandpa told me, Kay, if you're gonna start something, you make sure you go all the way. And the same with me, a singer-songwriter, but independently acclaimed, and because these are not just my songs, they're our songs, and they're sacred, and they need to be protected and honored for all times to come. So yeah,
We're having a good time.
yeah. So Burro,
Yes.
how's it been? Because we've started now moving through with the activation, and just to share from the songline activation at Hyde Park at the Conservation of Music with the Darugul mob, and then to Nyamaji, which is the grounding of Balali, and the activation grounding of Balali, and moving into the hatching and flowering in Kaigul at the happy place, Gwendalup, with beautiful Hanway, Mother Moon. Hanway means moon, or Kongolo, we say in Nganga Ngumbalan Jogan, up my way. And then the song stick and the singing in the crystal fluid golden songline grid. Then that's not something outside of us, and that's not something outside of me. I'm designed that way to be new and not part of the old story, and you let the old world crumble in order to be a part of the new story, because those new stories can't bring us forth into this new timeline as we evolve into light beings, earth, ground, and we lighten up everything, and we come back into the oneness, and all churches must come back to the oneness, all governments must come back to the oneness, and everyone must come back home to the oneness. All right, Buru.
It's been a big journey, but it's been a really good journey, hey?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of clearing of the old. Each bilali that we do is different.
Yeah, what it's done for you, like personally, like, because some people, most probably, when we try to say your old world crumbles, and I'm like, I'm not to be pointed at, and you're responsible for your old patterns and behaviors to better the good practices and behaviors and form better cycles and patterns. So how's it been personally for you? Because I think that personally people need to know how the journey does, and that you're challenged in your old shadows to,
it's been a roller coaster ride, if we
Yep.
want to put it that way.
Thank you. Be
you
honest.
have your ups and you have your downs. You have your triggers. You have your stops. You have your starts. You have your close your eyes and breathe moments.
Yep.
So that's how it's been for me. But throughout that process, I've learned a lot about myself. I've come back to myself. I feel lighter. I feel younger. I feel clearer and more focused. A lot of those old thoughts and patterns are clearing, and ways of thinking and being have been challenged and cleared, seeing where everything comes from. So for me, I feel stronger within myself. Yeah.
Oh, I'm growing stronger, yes, I'm cooling down. My song is sweeter than before. I will be light, I am light. Not shine my light, I am love. And I will be love, 'cause I'm gonna give you all my love. That's unconditional love. And unconditional love gets you through the gateway undetected and harm. And you fit in through that keyhole. And the porthole is inside of you because you know, you're spirit first, having a human experience. So, and that's Makaba. And when you complete yourself and you leave your cursed cycles of our ancestors, and we become the gift of our ancestors, then we go into the flower and hatching, and that's where we found ourselves with our beautiful Hanwei, Mother Moon and sister, friend and family, always and forever, and beautiful Sunny Boy Ash, love you Ash, to Mother Earth's warrior and Sun Man. So we got to go to Gwendola Happy Place, up in Tunabar, and brought us to the hatching. So how's it been with you? And of course, you know, you called us in as sisters to support you and to support the transition with your son as he's coming in to be a man now, and that can be hardcore, and especially when you're doing it yourself. And that's why common unity and having your community and your friends and your family who you can rely on to support and add value for the strengthening of your son and yourself, right?
Yeah.
So
it's been magnificent because I'm recognising, as a single mother, it helps me understand my family patterns and for our family patterns that we create too, with my son, and it's been a big clearing and a big acceptance of who I am and where I'm at and what I need to work with and let go of. And the Billallee is bringing me closer to my heart. It's removing all the head obstacles, and along with that I've lost friends and people aren't willing to it's interesting because as soon as we held the Billallee, a lot of the old story that didn't support me has dropped away, which has given me more space to expand and know and explore myself and my personal journey. So I'm meditating through it and exercising and feeling lighter, like letting go of, I was holding a lot of stuff, and it's helped me release, and I'm feeling great and excited about the New Earth future and where we can go with people when they're in their hearts and they are connected to Mother Earth.
And you feel your beautiful boy that I met 7 when I first came, like, do you feel that he feels supported and loved and he's moving through all right now?
He's expanded amazingly. He's more confident and happy and free. He's not, because he had mental health problems that really shook him and traumatized him, and I think it's true with any sensitive in this world today, that the old world, whatever you want to call it, capitalism, Western system,
our old selves,
the old programs.
Because we've been doing it too, and I could have been a bankie, and I could have been a part of the other side as well. So that's the design of why we come here, to experience and learn. It's a learning place, and I think we've had enough of that learning, of the pain body and coming into the light body,
And I can see that Ash is much more in his spirit now. He's let go of all that fear, and it is that it's clearing the fear programs.
That's right.
the old programs that don't support us and work for us and help us feel our hearts.
That's right.
So I'm totally grateful.
I took notice too on the thread, and you're downloading it just before 3, and I really loved your quote there with the mermaid quote, and and I encourage every other ones who are on that thread to find your voice and speak your truth within, come together, heal the pain inside, and don't hold back. Forever speak your piece, so you can step into your power. And that's why I opened the ancient voices, so I wasn't the only one speaking, that we could learn to. It's an exercise, because I'm here to facilitate. I'm a great facilitator, and I'm here to facilitate excellence in governance, self-governance, and leading light as light holders, and that everyone is the fire stick, and that everyone holds the law, and everyone's bosses, and there's no top-down approach. Everyone belongs to a circle, and it's quite balanced. So it's been a really lovely exercise, and I've seen the growth inside of me, and I thank you both and everyone else, Lois and Adam and all that, and Ash and everyone on the journey who's just added value to me and just allowed me to be myself, so I could just come into my authentic truth. And it's not a truth of just being black in that story. It's the truth of who I am as a beautiful woman, I guess, in this human bodysuit. I'm woman with a womb, and but beyond that, I am 190 billion years old, and and just to be able to sit without the stigma of, oh, you're black and this is white and this is demo people. Well, that's not my story. I'm a part of the human story, and that's always been my way. And you might think that I know how to operate in the Western space, but I'm a woman who grew up in the bush. I grew up barefoot, and pretty much we had to be emerged in by the Irish nuns and our people and my grandfather and all of those, and my mum too, to emerge into the Western world. So we're a bridge over troubled waters, and we were able to problem solve, and because that's a part of us. Yes, I am Cox, I'm Welsh, I'm Scottish, and I'm Nordic as well, and I'm sitting right there at Balmoral Castle with these two stewards here, Hanway's Stewart and Bruce's Stewart, and Cox too. So that's House of Manor, Balmoral Castle, and that'll be enough. Windsor, Germany, thank you very much. But we are distant cousins and relatives as well, so lest we forget. So I was just going to touch on that with the hatching and the flowering with you, Burrow, and you've had your mum and dad, and you've had Adam, and we've had the family and your grandchildren and your children, and I just a deeper, because I think it's really important, and Yimo by the Way shows, so I think it's really important for us to share those intimate, deep spaces and sit in our vulnerability and not be feared of that, because that's where power lies, right?
Exactly.
And that's who I am, and I've always been great at that as Kerry Ann Cox, singer-songwriter. Yeah. So, what do you reckon, Burrow? It's a good exercise.
I feel the expansion of my family throughout all this. Zinky come down and spent 6 weeks down at my place, down in the Shellhaven.
So special too, Burrow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You trust me, and you trust me too, with your family.
So she got to meet a lot of my family, especially a lot of the kids who are our bosses, who are the future.
They inherit the earth.
Who's going to carry this on for their kids and grandkids, and that's what we're doing this for.
Correct.
Is to give them something better than we came into. And they're all ready, all the kids, and they're all bosses, and they've all got something to say about everything, and it's good for us to listen to them on what it is they want and allow them to be themselves without putting our thoughts or rules on how things are meant to be on this planet.
That's right.
Okay, because they're all old ancient beings, and they know a lot of stuff.
They're ready,
and they're our teachers too. And I've been lucky within my family that my parents have allowed me to be me.
Yo.
My grandmother always seen us for who we were and allowed us to be spirit people that we are, and I carry that on and give that and allow that for the children, my grandchildren, my children, my grandchildren, my nieces, nephews, you know, which are my daughter's sons as well. So it allows them to be comfortable with who they are and not have to grow up and then unwind it all.
That's right. And I'm really
Yeah.
proud of you because, you know, like from the time that I was here last time and activating and bringing the law and just holding space just for all of you to just remember, right? And know what it's always laying hidden sleep inside of you in the DNA. And I was just saying to Lois about just like, you know, I'm really proud of Buru, and I take my head off because she's just went back. She just activated the language, the dialects and songs and with the kids and especially the next generation. And, you know, like I even had the girls boy, the next woman's more boy, and they were already there, like they were right there with me, you know, and I was just, it was amazing. So, and, you know, that's a part of it. It's not, it's you walk your talk, you know, and, you know, action speaks louder than words. And that's what I saw with Buru, is that, you know, she just really affected it and just really holding it in as a cultural mother and spiritual mother and a spiritual grandmother and spiritual light within that place, Sydney. So, you know, and it's just been fantastic. And I draw from her mum and dad too, because my mum and dad split up. So just kind of having really good examples and drawing strength on beautiful parents and Buru who comes from that. It's been amazing. So I really want to thank you, Buru, for that, with all that. And yeah, and to just thank Hanwei and Asha for just being my loving family and just loving me and just spoiling me and making me feel special, like you, Buru, and Adam, and all your family. And I've never spent a lot of time in Sydney so much and in that area, and there's so much amazing ancient sites, and I got to go everywhere with Buru and Adam, and I got to meet all the little kids and all the big kids. That's all the family, the adults, but we call us big kids because, you know, don't take it too seriously because we like to have fun too. And yeah, I just want to, it was so important to go through there and have that process. So thank you, Buru, and thank you, Hanwei. So I just want to kind of cap on now that the fact that we're here now at the sites here where everyone used to come every 10 years for the rainmaking ceremony, and that everyone came from us in the beginning, and the Pilbara and Northwest. So from, you know, up the Pilbara and Dampier Peninsula is all linked in one country. So very strong, and that's where everybody comes from. So we're just here, and we just, yeah, Lois has been great, and Robbie, thank you for opening up the ground here. And this is where the old fella, Uncle Lewis, who gave us Gagame at the time when we were our road to sovereignty, and now we're sitting here on the ground where Uncle used to hang out every day. He's a Kookaburra now, so he's like moved to the spirit world, but his form in this earth creation is Kookaburra, and my grandfather is a big goanna. So it's great to see him in country and Uncle Lewis, and we're sitting here on the ground here with Uncle and everyone who's here, who's always been here from all over this beautiful land called Panyangan, Kongwanabura, Earth Star. So yeah, so what we had here was the activation, and Lois wants to ground culture, and just for her to, when she first said when we were in Gagame, I'm not sovereign, Jinky. And now what did she say, Buru?
I'm sovereign.
And we feel so proud, because it's been a big journey. And I want to thank Hanwei, because I remember when I first came in, and Hanwei was living in Mullumbimby, and up there, and I remember her coming to one of my workshops, and she looked at me straight in my eyes, and I knew she was telling the truth, and she's like, Jiggy! And I looked at her, and I went, yes, Hanwei, and she goes, I'm at service! So, and it's been like that, and we've been at service, and now I'm saying to my beautiful Hanwei and to my beautiful Buru, what do you want for yourself now? Because we're here now, and we are free, and everything's waking up, and the rise is just it's not can't be stopped. Even I can't stop it. So, and you don't have to answer that question now. And it's for you, mob, there too, who's been on this journey. What do you want to experience for yourself, with the self-love, self-respect, self-worth, self-care, self-nourishment, and self-experiencing what you want from life for you, that's not influenced by anybody else, or that is not loaded by the old stories or our families, our grandparents, anybody, community, work, colleagues, whatever. What do you want to experience for yourself as a gift? And that's the beautiful part of this song, and that we're here in Sovereign Space with Nganga Weenee, Pelican Mother. And we had the clap stick, the song stick, and the song stick is, everyone made their song stick because we're singing our new song, you know. And we met a lot of people, and little kiddies too, the little ones and the big ones who came and did their little song stick and their weaving of their dilly bags to put their magic and everything in there. That belongs to them because it's their business, and no one has the right to say, oh no, you can't do that. That's impossible. We have to be sheeple. No, we can be absolutely ourselves, okay? And that's the beautiful part of it, of this lovely moment of activating and singing in through the languages of the 4 directions of the earth, in which he gave me Barniwal Pul Kolara, Wadi Yalman, Riba, East Beginning, West, Coast, Wisdom, North, Islands, One Ancestor Creator, Desert, South, we are the new dream. We have sprout green in the desert. As the desert, we are green now. Beautiful. So, going right through, and Mum was on the other side, singing it right through Kujara and everything and everyone else, and even right through Canada and Africa and all over the world. Rocking all over the world. Oh, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Oh, I like it, I like it. Like it, la, 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 la. Hey, rocking all over the world. All right, Rock of Ages. Love you, Mama. Bora. So anyway, you two want to just share a little bit, and the grannies, because we haven't been with our grannies. So you've been on the phone to your grannies, and grannies mob sending me photos. Hey, Kate, when you coming home? Can you get on the plane tomorrow? It's been about 5 months, so it was just great to have all the little grannies here yesterday.
Yeah, and they're all solid, and they're all ready, and they all know everything. Well, mostly everything.
You want to share a little moment? What about one of the grannies?
Okay, so I was there making clapsticks for my little granny son, Marikai, and one of the little ones come over. She's 2. I think she's 2, almost 3.
Which one's that one? Oh, Ina, yeah, big shot.
And
big,
she
my friend.
And she basically told me I didn't know what I was doing. And can she sand the clapsticks? So she starts sanding, and she's doing it the right way. And then she said, oh, you know, and I'll sand this point here because you can't have it pointy because Marikai might poke himself in the eye. And look, gorgeous. It had hurt, she said. Showed me the action, so I just let her do what she wanted.
Oh, so gorgeous. That's such a deadly story.
And Marikai's happy that someone's looking out for him and his eyes.
And we had our beautiful, lovely young women, our Babajandu, so I felt like I was with my daughters, you know, and my sons.
Their mums,
they're beautiful.
All the kids that came are amazing, and right there, and they allow their kids to be who they are, you know,
that's
explore
right.
the bush and just be.
That's right. Hanmei, did you have a moment with one of the little grannies? You got a story to tell? Funny story?
I did with little Gussie.
Yeah. And he's down the road. He's your neighbour, Ryan.
Yeah.
And they got the Bush University of Life that's activated there too. So yeah, our Gussie boy.
He just looks at me, and I was handing out some chocolates, and I got to the last 3, and I handed 2 to Uncle Sean and Uncle Adam. Got 1, and then I said, oh, there's only... And Gus had already eaten 1, and then he was holding his hand up, and beautiful Uncle Sean gave him the second one, so little Gussie got to get what he wanted. You know, he was following me around.
He's
asking
smart, that
for it.
kid.
Because he can't talk properly yet.
That's
so
right. And
amazing.
how old is he?
Nearly 2.
And we wanted, because he came to the hatching and flowering, and Buruk got him on candid camera. Buruk, that little Gussie boy. He's
snuck
smart.
over under the tree there where Jinky had all her shells, her crystals, and her hat. And he looked around, he picked up the hat and he put it on, and he slowed down. And he's like, and then I pick up the camera to take a photo. He looks straight at me.
It's like he's going, is this okay?
Yeah.
And because we give him the love and support, he gets to see that he's allowed to explore himself like that. And that's what I think, when all of us go into ourselves and find the self-love, then we extend that and it turns into support for people to do the same.
Yeah.
That's right. And I want to share a moment too, is a little Oka. And how old would Oka be, you reckon?
He's 18 months.
18 months.
He's 2 days younger than Miracle.
All right. And his mummy, his dad is like Mori Fowler and Pakia, like New Zealand lady, come over. And yeah, he was a lovely feller, and the most beautiful, and he like proper old man. And I was, and he was like leaving with his mum, and I was saying, "See you, Oka, and your mum." And he turned around and he went like this to me, and he was like an old man. He freaked me out. He spoke me, but it's like, "Got you, Jinky," and he went like this, like really smooth. And I went, "These kids have been here, eh?"
Yeah.
Quite a lot of times, and you can track when your grandparents leave the song cycle or when they come back in as well, to the family line in that sense. So that's always a blessing. So our children is our family, protect the family, the earth family. So that's all about it, and that's in design of, Gunjarong, and I normally just put the stage up and the back line and allow everyone to, get their stalls or want to be a performer or whatever, and it's their creative expression of what that means. And it's always booked, and we're going to have that not too long at the Rumbled, and we got a small intimate concert coming in on the 24th with Rain singing Wolf, and at the Church of Aquarius, and Hanwei was part of Aquarius and the Rainbow Crew, and it's like we are Aquarius. It's the golden age, so be that. Like, don't talk of something that's still coming. We're here.
Yeah.
We are it, and we are the dawn. We are the new dawn. We are the new way. We are the gift of life. We are singing in the rain. We are the celebration of the sacred Holy Spirit that has renewed us. And so you got a little bit of feedback from Paul, because we sent a little clapstick to Paul and his boy and his girl that came, and it was just really good to sit as grandmothers and mothers for those kids as well. And Adam got to gifted the boys clapstick, and I just finished off a clapstick for Melissa and Hanwei.
For Asha.
Yeah, and I decided Hanwei gave me a little mermaid doll, and it's been in my stuff, and I decided to give that little mermaid doll to Melissa with the clapstick, and of feeling her mummy. And I thought, oh, now it'd be good from us grannies and us old mummies to have that. And before Paul and his kids left, I just went there, and Paul said, let's have a family group hug. So we got to have a family group hug together, and then they left. So
he says since the day he felt awake, and that night after leaving here, when he was laying down, he felt the energy of aliveness around his heart.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Too good.
Beautiful. So we're here, and there's no right or wrong, and even those who don't have a soul can come home and have a seed of life, and that's peace, and someone's got to do it. And that's why I am for all of you that, and you and me, and I'm you, all of us together. And I claim you all, and if no one claim you, then I claim you, because I am the mitochondrial DNA and the memory, old memory, ancient memory. And I remember us all together, one mob together, one land, one song line, many faces, the birds with many colors. And gone is the time of the birds who were black and white. For we are now birds with many colors. One tribe, one song, many ways. Creator, different face, many names, all the same though. Me's, Lemuria, all star systems. So his grandmother and the designer is interplanetary grid builder, and one who knows you and you that knows me through this sweet sound, high frequency, the Sacred Heart. We are the role model and the exempling that our children need us to be. New now, new now, new now, new now. Good heart, good heart, good spirit, sacred, sacred now, sacred, sacred now. Balangal barang, balangal barang, balangal barang, balangal barang. Balbu bugul, balbu bugul, bujura bugul, bugurum bugurum barang, bugurum bugurum barang, bugurum bugurum barang. Balangal barang, balangal barang, balangal barang, balangal barang. Galgu bogol, bogora bogol, babu bogol, bogorum bogorum barang, bogorum bogorum barang, bogorum bogorum barang, bogorum bogorum barang. Balangal barang, balangal barang, balangal barang.